Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulullah. We'll continue reading from Imam Al-Ghazali's Jawahir al-Quran wa Durra. The Jews of the Quran and its pairs. We have of Surah Al-An'am, the cattle. We have reached verses 68 to 69. Inshallah, we'll also add 70 because it is really directly related. And it's about those who ridicule religion, ridicule Islam, ridicule the Qur'an, ridicule this faith, and what to do, and whether one could socialize or stay in the context, and when they ridicule, if one is really sitting with them, or which could also today mean being with them in the virtual reality, if you will. At any rate, let's read and see what one should do. And it should be always an unbeliever, because a believer would never ridicule the religion. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا رأيت الذين يخوضون في آياتنا فأعرض عنهم حتى يخوضوا في حديث غيره وإما ينسينك الشيطان فلا تقعد بعد الذكرى مع القوم الظالمين. And when you come across those who ridicule our revelations, do not sit with them unless they engage in a different topic. Should Satan make you forget, then once you remember, do not continue to sit with the wrongdoing people. There are non-believers who remain respectful. They will not ridicule. They speak about Islam respectfully. There are such people. Inshallah, there are. But there are also those who ridicule the Quran, they ridicule religion, they ridicule the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. There are those who they deliberately create Islamophobic movies about the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam primarily. Remember a few years ago, the Jyllands-Posten Islamophobic caricatures, drawings that each one of them created an image of the Prophet ﷺ that is absolutely not true. There is no nowhere. That's one level of ridiculing. If anyone makes fun of it could be even a Muslim. A Muslim ridiculing a Muslim because he or she is religious. A Muslim ridiculing a specific appearance. Ridiculing because of religiosity. Ridiculing it could be the beard of a man, it could be the hijab of a woman, it could be a specific topic, it could be about women in Islam, it could be whatever topic. If they ridicule the revelation, if ridicule the Quran, then Muslims are required not to sit with them unless they engage in a different topic. One might say that if they do that, then one should, because people do not change easily. If they entrench themselves in that position, most probably they will not change easily. Some people do. I have mentioned this before. They are a member of Geert Wilders' alt-right uh, political party in the Dutch parliament. This party won a substantial number of seats, and they helped forming the new government in Holland. So one of those members of the Dutch parliament, member of this particular party, that made it its own. Their primary message was anti-Islam, anti-Quran, anti-Muslim immigrants, etc. They did not want mosque. They don't want Islam. And they were blunt about it. One of them, in his search for more material to use it against Islam, to twist it to, uh, he found the truth, and he realized that he was doing something wrong, and he became Muslim. And there were pictures of him in Mecca, and he was honored to do some stitches in the embroidery of the cloth of the Kaaba. So if there are those who ridicule any the revelation of the Quran itself, the verse of the Quran, if there are those who ridicule the Prophet ﷺ, if there are those who ridicule the religion, if they ridicule the religious Muslim because of his or her religiosity, then one should not engage them, socialize them. If you sit with them by mistake and you remember, you should get up and leave. Maybe one should refrain anyhow from being with those people, especially if they become known as such. And anyone who does so is an unbeliever, definitely an unbeliever. وَلَئِنْ سَأَلْتَهُمْ لَا يَقُولُونَ إِنَّمَا كُنَّا نَخُوضُ وَنَلْعَبُ قُلْ أَبِاللَّهِ وَآيَاتِهِ وَرَسُولِهِ كُنْتُمْ تَسْتَهْزِئُونَ لَا تَعْتَذِرُوا قَدْ كَفَرْتُمْ بَعْدَ إِيمَانِكُمْ. These are two verses from Surah At-Tawbah. And if you ask them, they will say we were playing. Say with God and His verses, the revelation, and His messenger, you were ridiculing. Do not apologize. You have become non-believers after you have been believers. So this is the judgment vis-a-vis those who ridicule. If they ridicule any prophet, so that people would know that it's not only about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If they ridicule Prophet Moses, peace upon him, if they ridicule God, if they ridicule Jesus Christ, peace upon him, if they ridicule Maryam, alayhi salam, Mary, peace upon her, then they are in this category of being non-believers. If they ridicule the angels, it's obvious. إن الذين أجرموا كانوا من الذين آمنوا يضحكون. Those who committed these grave sins. It's the same word as crime, but here, of course, we don't talk about crime as theft. It's about ridiculing, laughing at the believers. كانوا الذين آمنوا يضحكون وإذا بروا بهم يتغامزون. They will when they pass by the believers, they will have that look demeaning, and when they go to their families, وإذا انقلبوا إلى أهلهم انقلبوا فكهين. They enjoy themselves. وإذا رأوهم قالوا إن هؤلاء لضالون وما أرسل عليهم حافظ. Again, it's about those المجرمون, the criminals in this case in terms of the hereafter, are those who laughed at the believers. Yeah. Anyone who, and these words are from the judge Al-Qadi Iyad, the Maliki judge. He said, anyone who insults the Prophet ﷺ or attribute any deficiency in any negative attribute about the Prophet ﷺ himself, about his genealogy, about his religion, anything, or simply throwing a word here and there, or liking him for something that is similar to insult, or disdaining him, or demeaning his affair, or attributing that which is unacceptable, attributing vice, shortcoming to him, then he insults him. And then he mentions the severe, that it is a consensus about this person's disbelief, the kufr, and it seems that the consensus is not only about his kufr, but also that there is capital punishment according to Qadi Iyad. If you continue to sit with them, then you are part of them, because you accept that munkar, that horrendous Islamophobic, in the language of today, narrative about Islam, about any part of this religion. Yes, there has to be إنكم إذا مثله إن الله جامع المنافقين. That's the verse from Surah An-Nisa, which is equivalent in nature, really, in terms of reminding the believers not to sit with those people. وإذا رأيت الذين يخوضون في آياتنا فأعرض عنهم حتى يخوضوا في حديث غيره وإما ينسينك الشيطان فلا تقعد بعد الذكرى مع القوم الظالمين. From Surah An-Nisa. وقد نزل عليكم في الكتاب أن إذا سمعتم آيات الله يكفر بها ويستهزأ بها فلا تقعدوا معهم حتى يخوضوا في حديث غيره. Those mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who are God conscientious, yattaqun, will not be accountable for those who ridicule it, who whatsoever their duty is to advise, so perhaps the ridiculers will abstain. we said that we will add 7, verse 70 to our reading. وذر الذين اتخذوا دينهم لعبا ولهوا وغرتهم الحياة الدنيا, and leave those who take this faith of Islam as mere play and amusement and are deluded by their worldly life. There is sometimes you ask a question, where do they find those people whom they interview to speak about Islam? A young woman, a Muslim from the United States. One does not say that she is not a Muslim, but definitely what she said about herself. She said that she does not pray because it's really about Muslims in the United States. She does not pray. She does not fast. But she said she enjoys the dinners in Ramadan, meaning the iftar, being with the family, being with friends. That's really not being serious about being Muslim. Or those who definitely they have a nasheed expressing their love about the Prophet ﷺ. That's fine. That's beautiful. But if one of them who sings or performing this nasheed about the love of the Prophet ﷺ and she's wearing torn jeans, showing her hair flesh. That's definitely there is a serious contradiction. Because if you truly love the Prophet ﷺ, if you die, then you would be modest. Showing part of your body is objectification. You are being manipulated. You are being brainwashed. So religion is not really, it is fun to have dinner together during Ramadan without fasting, without praying. And leave those who take this faith of Islam as mere play and amusement and are deluded by their worldly life. Their faith is the one that they are supposed to follow. By their worldly life, وَغَرَّتْهُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا, today there is a certain disappearance of the sacred. It is there, but people do not pay attention to it. People are willing to travel to the other corner of the earth to watch a football, soccer game, pay thousands of dollars for the tickets and the hotels and tickets, airplane tickets, hotels, and also the tickets to watch the game. It's no one says it's haram, but at the same time they might be living very close to in a country neighboring Saudi Arabia, and they can easily go to Mecca for Umrah, for Hajj, or to visit Medina. In fact, we should promote basically in the religious part the packages in the future should include Mecca, Medina, and Jerusalem via Jordan, where the early history of Muslims who went north unfolded. still in part of our history. In addition to the sacred, they have been deluded by their worldly life. Yet remind them by this Qur'an, so no one should be ruined for their misdeeds. وذكر به أن تبصر نفس بما كسبت ليس لها من دون الله ولي ولا شفيع. They will have no protector or intercessor other than Allah. وإن تعدل كل عدل لا يؤخذ منها. Even if they were to offer every possible ransom, none will be accepted from them. أولئك الذين أبصروا بما كسبوا لهم شراب من حميم وعذاب أليم بما كانوا يكفرون. Those are the ones who will be ruined for their misdeeds. They will have a boiling drink and painful punishment for their disbelief. Inshallah, this suffices as a commentary on verses 68 and 69. In the next session, we'll begin with verse 82 بإذن الله عز وجل. Until then, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.